You thought I wasn't going to do it, did you? See, that was deliberate, by the way, because I've only got one person watching live. Edo, welcome to No Choftes, the first therapy session of 2023. We haven't done one yet this year, so I thought, fuck it, I've got an hour to kill. You know, you just caseros. Yeah, I am. I've got nothing else to do with my Friday evening. The house is quiet. The house is quiet. There's no one here. No more, no nothing. No nothing. So, Wagwan, my G, my brother, what's going on? Nicola, what's going on, Refile? So, I've got nothing really to talk about, in all fairness. I thought I'd go live and get people involved because we haven't had a therapy session in a while. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the link right here. So if anyone wants to join, feel free to do so. There's the link. Jump on board. Let's talk. Let's talk about anything. Because really and truly, it's been slow news week. We've had rumors of a new signing. Apparently, some lad from Sweden. Don't know much about him. Apparently, Francis is still being courted by an MLS team. Don't know who they are. So there isn't really much to talk about. We've got a game on Sunday against Salamin. It's going to be a tricky one. I actually was watching the Ajax game against Olympiacos, and Farage scored a fantastic goal. Well, how boring is that fucking game? My God, as if the Magario wasn't like this cemetery enough. Like it feels like someone is dying in that stadium, isn't it? Like, you know, quieter than our transfer activities. When Nere, of course, it is a quiet one. It is a quiet one. I don't really know what to make of it, in all fairness. I think if we were really struggling in the league, people would be losing their shit, wouldn't they? Remember last season, we were stressing in January. We need signings. We need signings. And then we got two on the last day of the window. And we saw what happened there. But anyway. So, yeah, nothing really happening with us. I've seen our boy, I've signed a winger. Ben, his name is. Pretty decent player. I'm not going to lie to you, boys and girls. But he's a good player. Have you seen what happened today with Tottenham Hotspur? Did anyone see this? I'll put it on my Facebook. There's a Spurs fan, Cypriot, Chalui, like me, yeah? And he and his family have been taking this massive flag that says Spurs Cyprus. It's just the flag of Cyprus, really. It's the Simea, you know, the white with Cyprus on it. Spurs Cyprus. And Tottenham Hotspur said to them, you're not allowed to bring this in the stadium anymore because it's a political flag. Political flag! You're not allowed to take the Cypriot flag to White Hart Lane or whatever stadium it's called these days because it's a political flag. And obviously, so people got on board. People got on board and started complaining to Spurs. Did an online petition. Loads of people were pissed off. In fact, I was looking at the tweet by the account, and I think there was only one person complaining, and he said, "Oh, why don't I bring my Northern Cyprus?" Go fuck yourself. Anyway, so in a nutshell, Spurs within an hour said, "That's okay, you can bring it back," because they shit the bed, didn't they? Do you see what happens when people on social media get together, strengthen numbers? They can take down a whole heap of people. Now, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of Spurs fans that don't want Levy in charge of the club. And let's get it right. He ain't going to sell the club because Tottenham fans don't like him. Tottenham Hotspur, the football club, in general, it's an asset. It's fucking huge, right? The stadium is massive. It's a brand new stadium. And what Levy has done, and the owners of Spurs, they've bought bits of land, or say they bought properties around the stadium. So when they sell Tottenham, they're going to sell Tottenham the club, the players being the assets, the stadium, and all around the stadium. They've got the training ground around the corner from me. They're not going to fucking sell up because some people are pissed off about Levy. They're going to sell up when the club isn't a viable asset. Ring any bells? I've got Stefano on. He's got his fucking hoodie up. Look at this guy. You must be cold, darling.
Yeah,
cold.
It's like 9 degrees, something like that.
Oh my God, it's 9 degrees inside.
Oh my God. Oh my God, it's very cold.
Bruv, I was putting up Instagram stories in December -9 in London, and you man are complaining about 9 degrees and a bit of fucking rain. Jesus.
I'm not complaining, bro. I'm good. I'm calm. It's been raining for a few days. Like I've been a few weeks, not a few weeks, a week ago. Like it's been raining and now it's calm. This is Cyprus.
This is
So, yeah.
Cyprus. There you go. Mario's going to finally go and pick up his fanella, and he's going to jump on in a bit because he's eating his cornflakes. We got to wait for him to finish. There you go. All the chickens are the same. Not for the first time Spurs bottled it. As I said, Mario, they bottled it twice in less than 24 hours. Fucking hell. How you been, brother? You good?
I'm good, bro.
Yeah?
I'm good. I'm calm. Yeah.
Have you noticed how all of our fans are chilled right now?
Yeah, we're in a good way. We're going in the right direction with the manager as well. Like
Bro,
we're
it's
winning.
wild. It's wild. You know what I started to do was a video compilation of clips from 2022 of the podcast, not with interviews, but just with us all together, right? With match reviews, all that kind of stuff. And we were fucking fuming, bruv. Like 2022, I've never been so angry in 1 year.
It's
Like
been
my whole
toxic.
life.
It's been toxic, bro.
Oh, mate.
It's mad. And yeah, bro, you see, like a change of a manager can just shift key. Ulla spumende. It's like putting a blanket when you sleep it. It's like putting a blanket when you're cold.
Yeah.
It's like you're good now. You're good. And this is how this manager it is. Tahaya είναι σαν και βάλες τα σπούμεντε το πάπλωμα από πάνω σου, ας πούμε. Δεν τραμπο κοιμάσαι, τραμπο εγκριάδα, ας πούμε. Just okay. Δεν θέλεις τίποτε άλλο.
I know that, but the danger of getting the coberta and covering yourself is that you might release a Dutch oven, and that's not nice. That's not nice.
You could get burned up.
Especially when you got a bird in the bed with you. Do you know what I mean? You put the covers over yourselves and you let one rip, and the whole bed stinks. You have to open the baratira. There's a question here from Mario. Is it true that Lufner came to sign but ergonomics weren't good enough? Mario, I messaged Michael yesterday actually, and he told me that he was training, doing some personal training with a Czech team. Now, I don't think he's going to sign for him because I know, like Shepard, for example, went back to Belgrade and he was training with Partizan. Doesn't mean he's going to sign there. As for Michael joining us, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think he came to Cyprus. I really don't think he came to Cyprus, and I'm pretty sure we'd have known. Someone would have seen him at the airport or something. Do you get what I'm saying? If I jump in, it would be the Orange Machine computer. Oh, God. Fuck's sake. This guy. Do you believe the team needs more transfers at the moment? Stefano, what do you think? I'll let you answer this one first.
We need a centre back, like how we say. Yeah, we need now with the Humbles injury. I don't know. Okay. How long is he gonna be out?
I've not got a clue. And that's another thing. Like, it's so tight.
Nobody has said like how long. Yeah. Nobody. Like we don't know how long he's gonna be out.
Do we know what type of injury it is? Is it his ankle? Is it his Achilles? Is it a muscular injury? Is it a bone injury? Again, we don't know. And in Cyprus, they don't really release that kind of information anyway, which is a bit strange for me, because in the UK, especially with the Premier League, we know what the injuries are anyway. So Mario says he thinks he's out for 2 weeks, so it can't be a serious injury, which is a relief. But as I said, when he went over, I thought, do you know what? If that's ankle ligament damage, that's 2 months. So, yeah. Dimitrios said Humber could be back for the Buffalo game. Well, if that's the case, then good. I'm thrilled. I'm actually thrilled about that.
Yeah, we don't need 8. Okay. Then a centre back, I think.
What are you talking about here?
Well, okay.
Oh, here. You mean from Savic? This one. Centre back in the Gari if Bezos leaves.
If Bezos leaves, yeah, the Gari. But okay, centre back, and then okay, να πει striker, θέλουμε να έχουμε 3 strikers, ας πούμε, δεν παίζουν και 3 καλά. So there's no need to buy a striker. Yeah, maybe the Kari. If Bezos leave the Kari, ας πούμε αντί και θέλουμε τζιβόλα. Ας πούμε τη στιγμή που παίζει καλά η ομάδα, there's no need to fix a lot, to be fair, at this moment. I would just rather just, okay, παίζουμε καλά τη στιγμή. Εμένα τούτο μου είναι που είναι οι Κύπροι παίχτες. Θα θέλω παραπάνω παίχτες που τις ακαδημίες εγώ. Να εμφανίζονται, επειδή δεν τους πολλό χώρο εγώ. Τη στιγμή. Και είναι ένα μικρό παραπάνω που έχω από τον Φερέιρα, ας πούμε, το ότι έχω χώρο πολλά τον Παναγιώτο, χώρο πολλά τους μητσούς, όπως τους έχω ο Σάιμον Μπέρκ. Και το μοντέλο, τι είναι τούτο? Είναι το μοντέλο που είχαμε, ας πούμε, που πριν. Και χάθηκε, ας πούμε. Οκ, καλά να βάλουμε τους παίχτες που έχουμε, να κερδούμε τα παιχνίκια μας, αλλά καλά να προχωρούμε και τους μητσούς τους παίχτες, επειδή έχουμε καλά παιχτούκια. Let's say it right, like, τους καλύτερους μες στην Κύπρο. Έχουμε την καλύτερη ακαδημία μες στην Κύπρο. So we can like bring in Sava. Okay, στείλαμε τον Ασημένον, ξέρω, στείλαμε πολλούς παίχτες που δανεικούς. Okay. I would just recall Ασημένον, to be fair, που τη δεύτερη κατηγορία, αν θέλουμε κανέναν οχτάρι. Is it the best solution? I don't know, αλλά πιστεύουμε, ας πούμε, τους μητσούς.
Bro, do you know what? I get what you're saying, but I think with the run of games that we've had and the form that we were in, it would have been a massive gamble for Yannick to play these kids. Now,
sure.
if we were playing against the likes of, let's say, for example, Olympiacos, when we beat them 4-0, if with 10, 15 minutes ago he decides to bring on a few kids, I've got no problem with that.
You do the same.
Yeah. But look, it's a stage of the season now where it's very important for us, and I don't think he can afford to gamble, because playing these youngsters would be a gamble given the form that we're in. Now, what's to say against Salamina, we play a strong 11 and we're winning, and we might see Sava come off the bench if he's on it, that is. You know, don't get me wrong. Like, you know, last season we could afford to play the youngsters in the Group B games because we weren't going to get relegated. And the teams that are in front of us, we could have beaten them with 4 or 5 youngsters in the team, which we did. You know, I remember beating Bayek and going to Doxa when Sava broke through and he scored that wonderful goal. So I think it's all about timing. Now, obviously, because we won the cup, we're not having to play in the early stages of the cup, right? And if we'd have played against like an Ipsona, for example, or whatever, Bayek, whatever, right? He probably would have played some of these younger players, like Berg did last season, like, you know, Lennon didn't because he joined when we played IL. But I think there'll be too much of a risk to play these youngsters now. Now, if it comes to a point of the season where we get injuries left, right, and centre, that he's going to have to play them because we obviously haven't brought players in. But it seems to me that when we signed Ishmael, it was like, clearly Loizo has been off the boil this season, right? And perhaps I think it's a good thing that he's not been playing regularly because it gives him time to recuperate and to fight for his place as well. Because as I said, I think, was it last October when he was dropped from the national team, he played like over 90 games in like 2-3 years, bruv. That's ridiculous. So I don't know.
Now I hear what you're saying. I hear it. Completely, I hear it. And I trust completely the first 11 he puts. I trust completely the players as well on the bench. Yes, okay, like, I get it. He's gonna want to have his own team as well in the summer. Right now, what we need is just a few players here and there, to be fair. Αλλά παρακιόξεις για να φέρει. So, εθιώξαμε ένας τώρα τον Ματάς. So, we have to bring in another player. Γίνει η θέση να μπουν τα χα. Τώρα εθιώξαμε τον Ματάς. Δικαιούται να φέρουμε έναν παίχτη, δύο παίχτες να μπουν, ας πούμε, τα ακριβώς.
Well, Simo said that when one leaves, one's going to come in, right? So Ishmael came in, so Tim left, so it was the other way around. I don't think Ishmael was brought in to replace Tim at all. I think they looked at the squad and they thought, right, who could we get? No, but well, Tim was he was on his way out anyway. But I think they looked at the squad and they thought, right, we'll get goals. Gagul is starting to score goals now. Karim is obviously hitting form. Hooper can get us goals. So as you said, we've got 3 strikers there. But we can't afford to rely on strikers to get us goals. We need goals from all over the pitch. And as we're seeing lately, Bruno scoring goals. Fuck's sake, who else has been scoring goals for us? Fucking the names have gone out of my head now. Jesus. Gagul scoring. Who scored? Hang about. So Bruno got the winner against IL. We played Baralimni away and we beat them 2-0.
Karim has been scoring a few.
Yeah, Karim scored at Baralimni. Barker scored against Doxa. So we're getting goals all over the pitch.
All over the pitch, yeah.
Yeah. Now
it's just 2 players who are scoring like 7-8 goals each. I think it's like Bruno and Gagul. Yeah.
Well, Mario says here we're not going to bring anyone, only if Bezos leaves. But the thing is, right? Bezos is one that it confuses me, his situation. On the one hand, I'm hearing he wants to leave because obviously whatever's happening back home in Ukraine, or maybe he's not getting enough game time. But he didn't, or should I say, he hasn't done enough to merit a team in a place in the lineup. This is the thing. So if he was playing games and turning up for matches and not giving away opportunities and not, then you could say, right, but in the middle of the park, obviously Gusu is back now. Bash is doing very, very well. Kasama had probably his best game for us the other night. Mix, obviously, when he came in, I can't remember which game was it when Mix played. Which game was it when Mix started last? It was a home game. I can't remember. I can't fucking see. My brain is turning into a lava lamp.
No, it wasn't nice.
No, I can't remember. It was a home game he played. And then obviously there's Humble. So Bezos ain't going to play centre mid. He ain't going to get in front of any of those players at the moment. The guy, but the way we've been playing now. Yeah, but the way we've been playing now, we haven't needed the Degari because Karim has been effectively playing a free role, as has Barker. So we don't have players in set positions now. If you notice against IL the other night, Gitsor was started at left back, then he moved to left wing when Lesiax came on. He got mixed with Abollam. Thank you. Bravo, thank you. So right now it looks all rosy for us. Yeah, it looks all rosy. But, all it takes is one bad performance and we could slip back into that funk that we were before. I'm hoping I'm wrong because last season was funk after funk after funk. When we won the title, we went through that little period in November, yeah, when it was a bit techie. Do you know what I mean? But then we went on that ridiculous winning, that unbeaten streak and clean sheet streak. Do we have that in us to do it again? I think we do, but the competition is so much better now, man. Right? Not just above us, but below us. Because let's get it right. Apollon are starting to win games now. IL, they're on a decent run before we beat them. Salamina, all right, they're hit, miss, or maybe. But as we've seen this season, they can get results. They beat us, for fuck's sake. So we can't look below us and say, it'll be all right. I think the only team that we don't really need to worry about is ANTROPI. And they're in a fucking
I don't think we can go that low. I don't think we can go like that low.
Yeah, I get it, but we can't take things for granted, man. If they, I don't know if Delas is going to get the job. I don't know, but they're making signatures to bolster that squad. They're sorting things out at the top. And Abulay is stepped down until the end of the year, but yet he's still going to be there funding. So I think the interim president that's been brought in.
Yeah,
I think Sanders has been brought in just because, to quieten down the fans, because Boulay is going to be the man, in front and center, so to speak. If they bring in a new head coach who's looking likely, they might turn things around. I'm not going to say they're going to challenge for the title, but, they're not a million miles away from us, bro. So you can't take these things for granted. I'm sorry, I'm not being skeptical or negative, but
100%. We can't be just overexcited because a few months ago we were in turmoil. So this manager came in and changed everything. So listen, these players have it in them to turn anything around. They have proved that since the manager came in. Do you know how many wins before he came? Do you know how many wins we had?
Before who?
Ferreira.
How many wins we had before he came
Yeah.
in?
Yeah.
We beat Baralimne at home. We beat. Shit, no.
Para
How many
Limni,
wins? No, damn it.
it was AEK. I think it was AEK. Para Limni.
Ike we beat them 3-2, yeah. Baralimne we beat them 3 or 4-0.
Yeah. Someone else.
Voxar away, I think.
Yeah.
Voxar away.
3
When Bezos
wins.
scored.
It was 3 wins before he came in.
Wow.
Now we have 11.
Yeah. Yeah, but are you including league or are you including in general?
League. Only league.
Okay.
2 losses, 1 draw.
Wow.
Listen, that is something to look at, and that is serious. And this is not his squad as well. Listen, I I was very very negative when we brought him in. I didn't knew who he was. I was like, what the fuck is this? And now when he came in and showed what he's doing and what he's trying to show us, what he's trying to do as well. Okay, okay, you're showing something at least.
Yeah.
Even though this is not your squad, and these players have quality in them as well. So listen, we can go on another like ambient run. I have faith in the team that they can go and win. The one positive thing in the next game against Salamina is that they have no fans, and I think we can win over there.
Yeah.
And then the next one again against Paphos. Okay, let's win the next one against Salamina first, but the one against Paphos as well. They can get caught out as well. Okay, they're a very decent side. Let's not forget they're above us. They were top of the league as well, but για μένα η Πάφος είναι μια φούσκα που είναι έτοιμη να εκραγεί, ας πούμε, όπως τον Άρη. Ήδη ευκήκαμε πάνω από τον Άρη. I don't find it impossible to go above them as well.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so at all. Look, a few weeks ago, when we beat Apollon, I said the next 4 games are winnable, and we won 3 out of the 4. Yeah, and I even said you don't know what the table's going to look like when Buffalo roll into town. We might be close to them. We might be far from them. We could be anywhere. Right now, yeah, we're close. I mean, we're on 34 points and Buffalo on 41. Okay, so I don't expect them to lose this weekend. I think they got Voxa. But we win against Salamina, then the pressure's back on, because when it's only 7 points, it sounds like a lot, but it really ain't in the grand scheme of things. So look, I don't want to focus on Buffalo just yet, because Salamina are different.
Yeah,
they're going to be a tricky team, man. And I think while it's great that we're thinking forward and we're thinking, we can kick on and get a victory there.
Yeah. Ένα πράγμα που one concern I have is our away form, to be fair. Με τούντες ομάδες, ας πούμε, άις το Παραλίμνη και τούτες δόξες και ξέρω. Εν έδειξαμε πολλά με σε τέρπις και ξέρω. Για παράδειγμα, με τον Άρη, draw. Αποέλ, loss. ΑΕΛ, loss. Apollon, loss. ΑΕΚ, loss. Away. These are away games. So this is our chance to win our first away game against a serious team. Like a team which is looking like, and then Megali or Mother, but against a very good team as well. Just that το επόμενος away game είναι η ανόρθωση. Τι είναι να το πρώτο σου opportunity να πιάσεις, ας πούμε, win away σε derby, ας πούμε.
Yeah. There's a comment here. Not convinced we can win the big games.
At home, I'm convinced. Away, not that much, to be fair. At home, I'm convinced, because we have beaten big teams. We have beaten ΑΕΚ, Apollon, AEL, except Apoel.
Let's get it right, yeah? Let's get it right. We don't have to play ΑΕΚ again, because we've done both those games. We've got Apoel, which is in 3-4 weeks, something like that. We've got Buffalo, at home. Aris is going to be at home because we played them at ANTROPI's ground. And Apollon away. Those are the big ones. Okay, you can say ANTROPI away is going to be a big one. We don't know where they're going to be. I mean, right now they're 13 points behind us. But again, it sounds like a lot, but I don't know. Thing is, they're not winning games. I know they won on penalties last night, and they've lost their last 3 or the last 4. They lost 4 out of the last 5, I think. It's gonna be difficult, but I think when Yannick had his first press conference and he was talking about mentality, this is something that we were banging on about for ages. The lack of, concentration, or just not up for the fight, or not having that leadership. And when you go down, you struggle, and you just don't know where the next goal is going to come from, how we're going to come back into games. And I think he's changed that. He's changed that mentality, albeit after a big loss against Aboa. I mean, that could, as I said, that could have been the watershed moment for us. It could have either made us or broken us. And to be honest, we haven't looked back since, in all fairness. All right, I know we lost to AEK. That game we should not have lost. We should not have lost. And I'm not taking anything away from AEK, but the defensive mistakes, they're inexcusable, man. But look, that's done. We won our next 4 or something like that. So, we can go into the Salamina game with a lot of confidence. I think their league form is a bit sketchy, isn't it? 3 wins, 2 losses in the last 5.
It's 50-50.
So let's see. Right. Since I watched Salamina a lot this year, up and close, I can say this: Chico Banza, yeah, will tear fullbacks apart. Of 4 in Sergio are solid. Hopefully, we can catch. Listen, this goalkeeper, yeah, I'm probably going to say this: he's going to have a worldie, but I'm not convinced by him. I'm really not convinced by him. It's the same with Buffer. I'm not convinced by Antosh, and I think that's probably why they're going to bring in a new goalkeeper. I heard they're looking at a Croatian goalkeeper right now. I think he's a number 2 for the national team, I think. So I don't think Berg is convinced about this guy. So anyway, we'll have to wait and see, man. We'll have to wait and see. It is what it is. Well, I've put the link if anyone else wants to join us. So anyone fancies jumping on, talk to us, see what else is going on. So what's going on in the world anyway? What have I missed? What am I missing from Cyprus today? What's new? I know the elections are coming up, aren't they? Are people voting now? I don't know.
I haven't really paid much attention, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
Not bad, eh?
It's the same old shit. It's the same. But anyway, what can you do?
I don't know. I'm just trying to make conversation here. Like, does anyone know?
Bro, you're speaking with the wrong dude.
Oh Jesus! Oh man! So yeah. So there's a question here. Hang about. Would you bring in another striker, winger, Vegari? What would your choice be? Well, I've been saying it for a while. I think we need to bring in a central defender. I don't think Eustace is going to be there next season, and I'd like to get in a central defender now, just so that we can get used to our style, to get used to the island, whatever. Give him a few months to settle, and then get cracking next season.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Listen, I just what did I read? Before I came on Facebook, it said said about Ismail that he might not start or something, like not start, be on the bench, or he might not start, or he might not come on, something like that, or he's not ready. I don't know.
Well, look, he hasn't played for months, man. I said it when he signed.
He's training.
Yeah. I said it when he signed. I did a pod that day, and I said I doubt he'll be ready for Salamina. I know he's been on the bench the past couple of times, but I don't think he'll be ready to play. Like I can't see it. He might come on though. You never know.
No, he might. Yeah. I want to see him. All right. What he can bring, a different outlet. different option.
What's your opinion
compared
about Gary
to
Hooper? I like Hooper, man. I like him. I wasn't one of those, oh, why did we sign him kind of people. I was shocked. I mean, I wasn't surprised that we signed him because I know that he was training with us, but shocked in the sense that we would offer him a contract. And he's done okay. He's done okay. I don't know what people expected from him. He's what,
what do you expect
35?
from a 34-year-old who barely played football?
Okay, you
Yeah.
know, but he's scored a couple of important goals for us. You know, that goal against Addis was quite important. He's done well off the ball. I think he's a good player for us, especially from a learning perspective for the youngsters. And if you think about it, when you look at, say, for example, Gagul Lee, right? Since he's been a pro with Omonoia, he's played with Derbyshire, he's played with Shepovic, he's played with Matavs. And these are people that he's been in training with as well. We're not talking about on the pitch. So those are three strikers who have scored goals. And Miku as well, obviously. Thank you very much, Andy. Thank you. There's another one.
Yeah, Miku.
These are players that have scored goals at the highest level in their careers.
Mm-hmm.
That is something that you can't really buy in terms of the experience. So I'm sure he's learned a lot from them, and he's still learning. So to have Hooper there and another player who scored goals in Premier League, Championship, whatever, I don't see there being a bad. And obviously Karim's there, another player. So as you can see, Gugu has evolved with these players.
Yeah.
So I think we need to lay off some players a bit. I'm gonna bring Pedro on. Pedro.
Γεια σας κύριε.
Hello.
Espera.
Καλησπέρα. Επίσης χρόνια πολλά και υγεία σε όλους.
Thank you. Peace. Bemu, are you feeling better since the last time we spoke?
If we win
Buffalo, fucking knife out. He's got the knife out there.
Listen.
Are you feeling better? It's the Rambo out. Fucking hell.
I believe one way or the other we're gonna beat Salamina. And then the big games are coming. In those games, we're gonna show what we can do or how far we can go. That's what I believe. Because if we beat Salamina, everybody is expecting that. But then the big games are coming, and the boys must show what they can do so we can know what to dream about.
Yeah.
Are we for the 5th place, 4th place? If we beat Paphos, we can go for the 3rd place too. And yeah, we can go. Yeah, we can go.
That's what I said as well.
Aris is down. Like Stefano said, Fusca. And Paphos is going to do the same. And I believe that it's our chance that we can go above these two teams. Now, about Ike and Abuel, it's too early to... It's too early. It's too early to say about them.
Κερτούς συνέχεια γίνει, πολλά εσκονοστάσεις. Ξεκινήσαν πάρα πολλά γλυόρα που την αρχή. Το πρόβλημα μας...
Να μην κάνουν φούσκα γίνει γαμώτο. Εμείς έκαναμε. Να μην κάνουν και γίνει.
Να δείξει.
Να δείξει, σίγουρα. Να δείξει, ναι. Να δείξει.
So where do you guys think we can finish realistically?
I can say I'm 70% third. I believe we're going to finish third.
Third, yeah?
Yeah.
Second.
Really?
Second. Chiquibello.
Wow, okay. That's optimism, bro.
Yeah.
Εγώ λέω αυτά που βλέπω ως τώρα. Τώρα την άλλη εβδομάδα μπορεί να πεις άλλα. Until now, I'm saying that we can finish third.
Τούτη στιγμή but it is reactionary. You might say it's reactionary, but that's my faith saying that we might finish second. To be fair.
All right, I'm not happy
Okay.
with the second place, but anyway.
Εντάξει, να μου να κάνεις, παρά να παρακαλάς την εξάδα, να λαλείς μα εξάδα, καλύτερα δικαιώσει δεύτερος. Ή τρίτος.
Ο τέταρτος πάει Ευρώπη.
Όχι.
Μόνο οι τρεις πρώτοι και ο κυπελλούχος.
Ναι.
Έρχομαι σε ένα λεπτό.
The thing is, I think we can take a lot of positives out of this season so far, and you know, all right, we started off pretty slow and it was pretty shit, but we're not conceding as many goals as we were, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, we still got mistakes in us, right?
We do. Yeah.
But the thing is, I look at the state of defending from most of the clubs. And while the stats will tell you Apoel and AEL have got the two best defensive records, they still don't seem solid to me, if that makes sense. They're still giving away opportunities. I saw bits of the Garmiodisa game against Apoel the other day. And, you know, while Garmiodisa was shooting from range, they still had a few half chances in the box. So I don't think, you know, neither AEL or Apoel are this impenetrable team that, you know, you can't score against them. Again, I understand Apoel have kept a crazy amount of clean sheets this season. I think they've only conceded like 8 goals, which is incredible. You know, as much as we don't like them, you got to take your hat off to them. But the season is still long, right? And there's still plenty of time to go. I mean, Rodri, my friend, always says it's a marathon, not a sprint, and he's right. I mean, how many games have we got left until the end of this part of the season?
17.
19 games, yeah? So
I think 17 games.
17
Yeah,
games. We played 19. We played 19 already, no?
Yeah. I think.
So
It might be something like that. Yeah.
there's still a lot of football to play, man. There's still a lot of football to play.
Yeah.
So, you know, look at this one. Omonoia, Bafo, AEL, ANTROPI, Apoel, Doxa, and Salamina, the 8 teams remaining. Well, look, I think us, Bafo, and Apoel are obviously going to be the favourites. I still wouldn't rule out ANTROPI because look at us last season. We had a shit season, dropped into Group B, and we said, fuck it. Let's put all of our emphasis on the cup. How do we know they're not going to do that? This is the thing. Because if they do end up in Group B, which is looking likely at the moment, what's to say they're not going to say, fuck it. Let's just rest players in the Group B games and go full pelt in the cup. You never know, bruv.
Yeah.
And all right, we rode our luck a little bit last season, man, in the cup. Fabi made some great saves against AEL in the second leg, which put us through. The second leg against ANTROPI, all right, our backs were getting against the wall, but we pulled through. And in the final, you know, we did right. And the thing is, when I'm not saying that we were lucky, you know, we got away with it. And yeah, it did paper over some cracks, but this is what can happen when it comes to cup competition, man. Over 2 legs, anything can happen. So as I said, ANTROPI got a shit season so far. They're dropping to Group B. They're like, fuck it, let's just go for the cup. They win the cup. They're in Europe. So you've masked the shit season. You've masked it, and that gives them the impetus to spend in the summer to bring in more players that want to play Europa League like with us. So I don't know, man. It's looking a bit techie. I'm not gonna lie.
I want to make a question, guys. What do you guys think about Zoho? If they're gonna sell him or not?
Well, that's a question that we put on the community page of our YouTube, and people were saying, yeah, sell him for $1 million, sell him for $2 million, sell him for this. If you feel it, I don't know. It's like I said on the last pod, he's not number one. Okay, Dora is number one because Fabi's not 100%. He's not fully ready. And when Fabi is ready, he's going to start. So that means Bungo again for Francis. Now he can turn around and say, well, I've done well. I've done pretty well since taking over Fabi. I should be playing more. Now, I don't know if Yannick is going to drop him, but put him on the bench the next time we lose a game, or I really don't know. But Francis is in a good position now for himself to say, well, I'm playing, I'm keeping clean sheets, I haven't done anything wrong. Why would I want to be sitting on the bench again? I don't think he's that kind of player. Okay, he's 24. So he's got plenty of time left for a goalkeeper. He's got what, another decabende Cronia? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 10 for sure.
But
Yeah.
he's probably thinking to himself, I had a great game at Old Trafford. I'm doing pretty well now. If a team in MLS wants him and they're willing to pay, would you blame him for wanting to go?
No. And I would sell him because he's in a very good age. And I think it's if he wants to go and they give good money to Omonoia, I think they should sell him because you have your number one. He is ready.
Yep.
Fabiano is ready.
Yep.
And Uzoho is gonna leave that. He's gonna leave that place only if he makes a big mistake.
Yeah, true.
Not,
Well, we've got a nice message here. Michael. I need to message you. I messaged him yesterday. I need to message you later on, Michael. I'll message you tomorrow. Actually, you're probably putting the little one to sleep, man. But it's great to hear from you again, Phila.
Wish you all the
Always great to
best.
hear from this guy. We need to get you back on. When can you come on, Michael? Come on, man.
Come now, so
Let's
we
have a
can meet.
conversation. Everyone wants Michael to come back, and this happens all the time because we know how important he was, especially in the dressing room. You know, from a leadership perspective.
I would love to see him and Miletit's duo.
Well, look, I would have no objection to Lang and Lufner. I think every defender that Lufner played with, whether it be Hubo, whether it be Lang, they barely put a foot wrong. Man. So I don't know. We can only dream, eh? He apparently wants to go MLS. Yeah. If they offer more than $1 million, you got to sell him. Well, this is the interesting one.
More than true, what I heard. And if it's true.
Philo, this is the thing, right? Because we sold Johnny's to Sporting Kansas for
1.5.
What was it? 1.5, right?
I think.
And Uzoho is okay. I know Johnny's is a Cypriot international, but Uzoho is a Nigerian international goalkeeper, right?
Yeah.
And I think it's like I said on the last pod. I think that the idea was for us to bring him back, for him to get into that Nigerian national team, which he was always going to get into because they don't have as good a goalkeeper as him, to be honest. And for them to get into the World Cup, and if he plays, then his value is going to go up. Obviously, he made that mistake and they didn't qualify. We get it. But he had to navigate his way a different way. And by playing the way that he did at Old Trafford against Man United, and we saw on social media how everyone, like BT Sports, everyone, bro. Everyone knows who Uzoho is.
Every single social media.
And he deserved it.
Everyone knows who he is now. So, in a way, it works out better for us because if he went to the World Cup and conceded a shitload of goals, then his stock would have gone down. But that one game at Old Trafford, you know, stranger things have happened. But I don't know. I mean, there's a comment here about, you know, selling Uzoho means buying a new goalkeeper. Banai isn't trustworthy. I disagree. I like Banai. I like him. I think he's been a good servant to the club and he deserves his new contract. And whenever he plays for us, especially last season in the Group B games with Lennon. Which game was it when Fabi was out injured and Banai played? A couple of years ago. I can't remember which. He did a good job. I don't know. Jan hasn't been the same since Lufner left. Well, look, Jan hasn't been the same for a while. And, you know, we've been talking about Jan in the past. And I think his spell on the bench at the moment might be the wake-up call that he's needed. Do you get what I'm saying? Because he was a definite starter for us. You know, we didn't have a better left-back than Jan, you know?
For me, him and Fabi were our most important players for me, and Lufner, when we won the league.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
They were.
Jan and Fabiano were the number one important players.
And Duxie, that That I'll give you. Hello, 3-0 against Anotsi Bravo. There you go. But yeah, I'll give you that because Fabi was MVP. But εντάξει, Yang got his assists.
He got like
I think,
17
yeah.
assists. Every single goal came from him, to be fair. Not every single goal,
but if
it was
we're
very
going back to
important.
that, yeah, but if we're going back to that season,
Okay,
don't forget the 2 goals that Johnny scored in the last minute, one against IL and one against Ajax. Those
No, I mean on a
goals
consistent
were
basis.
huge.
I'm not talking about moments. I mean on a consistent basis.
Yeah, and that's okay. Okay, I'll give you that.
But if I was now Omonoia coach, I would always start Gichos. No matter how much we love Young, everybody does. But Gichos right now, he's a monster, man. He's a monster. He was pushing Santos. We know Santos. He's a beast. He's, oh my God. And, Gicho was jumping in. He didn't even care. He wasn't afraid. He was pushing. He was putting. For a 90 years old little kid, I will always start him. Always.
Well, there's the conversation about Olympiacos and how they've got 3 or 4 left backs. I think the Israeli left back they signed in the summer, he's gone out on loan to a team in Austria.
Yeah, but what I was reading today, they want him back in the summer.
Olympiacos?
Yes, they want him back.
This is it with Olympiacos, though. The pricks. Just give us Gitsos.
I'll be back.
You, Max. Just give us Gitsos. Like, you have players, you have money, you can get a new left back. Okay, I get it. Gitsos from the academy, you loaned in to another club to get first team and all that kind of stuff. You don't have a lot of homegrown players into your squad, which is why you put your second team, like your academy, in the second division, so you can, grow your players a lot more better, be more developed, play against players who are professionals. But since, okay, Emma Stingala den die Harry με τον Λοβερά, τουλάχιστον όλη φορά, we need him. Like, he's very important in our system. Tulahiston, I don't know, man. Just they have a lot of money. Like a few million. Like, how much is he gonna cost? To be fair, like 1 million, like $500,000. How much? If we're gonna pay that.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't even think we need to buy him. I can tell you this.
Loan him again.
Yeah, well, look, I can tell you this, right? And it's, I'm not afraid to say it because, I was told by a very good source that this was an option for us in the summer. We could have had Lovera on loan for the whole season for nothing. I know this for a fact. I'm not even bullshitting. I know this for a fact, right? Now, what's to say that Gitso goes back to Olympiacos and they look at him and they think, well, you haven't developed as quick as we wanted you to. Right.
How much?
So let's say, yeah, but come on, man. Like, I get what you're saying that he's doing really well, but
yeah, but he played good in Europe as well. To be fair, not amazing, but he did okay. Like, as a start, I didn't expect him to start half of those games.
Yeah,
I expected him to come in and be like a bench warmer, but he started.
Yeah, I know, man. But again, he's 19 years old. If he goes back to Olympiacos, do you think that he's actually going to start and play games? I can't see that happening because you know what Olympiacos do, right? They've got this model, right, where they just sign all these big names that they can get, or they'll sign players from other clubs to make the competition weaker.
And the same players from Forest as well.
Well, yeah, and they loan a whole ton of players out. Look, if they bring Gitso back, they're going to look at him and they're going to think, oh, are you going to replace Marcelo? No. Well, we're going to bring in another left back. I know they got rid of Rahabchuk, didn't they? Oleg, the left back. He's gone, hasn't he?
Yeah,
the Israeli fellas. Yeah, he's gone. But I can't see. Yeah, I think he's gone.
Okay.
But the thing is, with the way that club runs, I mean, they signed that. What's his name? Camara. They signed him from Aris, didn't they? And they sent him back.
Yep.
They sent him back.
Yeah, that's what they do. Yeah, exactly.
So, I'm sure Kitsos is probably thinking, right, if I go back to Olympiacos, am I going to play? Yes. Okay, when am I going to play? Is he going to play regularly? No.
Can I say something? If I was Omonoia, I would buy Kitsos. Okay, if they sell him to us anyway, but we know that they won't. But I would buy him because you have a left back for the next 10 years. Young, how old is he?
Yeah.
32, 33.
But the question is, how much are they going to want for him, and can we afford him? This is the question. Because
We
let me
bought
say
him
this
in
now, yeah.
for 1.5.
I know, Philip, but what I'm saying is they've looked at Simica and gone to Liverpool. How much do they get for him?
That's what I'm gonna say. They're trying to find a new
Simica.
No,
Yeah.
more.
How much? They
But
got 60.
Yeah, 16, something like that, I think. Yeah.
Basta de
So
Capende.
what's to say in
Yeah,
their
anyway,
mind?
anyway.
What's to say in their mind that Gitso can't be that player for them?
Δεν μπορούσε
We
να
don't
πω
know
εγώ.
this.
Προσπαθώ να βρουν
We
τον
don't
νέο
know this.
Τσιμικάτα. Ναι.
But
I hope
he
they will
can't do
try.
it. He can't do it at 19 years old in the Super League in Greece.
Yeah, it's very
No.
early. Very early. Just give him another year then. It is what it is. Just give him
How
another
many
year.
years does he have contract with Olympiacos? Oh, we don't know.
Oh, that's a good question. I'm going to Google it now.
They could renew it, to be fair.
Because if he has only one more year, you can bring him loan again, or 1 year loan, and the other year you say to Olympiacos, I don't know, 500,000.
2024. That's when his contract runs out.
What's the crown?
1 more year.
Yeah. 2024.
Well, this is a good opportunity for me, I think, because he said that he would like to stay. So if he has only 1 more year left with Olympiacos, you can bring him 1 more year or loan, and then you can take him.
Αλλά εξαρτάται, and άλλες ομάδες are looking at him. This is the other thing. How do we know like a Larissa or a...
Αν δεν πάμε με ο Λούφνερ όμως, και αν το 2 χρόνια δανεικό και ύστερα δεν μπορούσαν να γιάμε.
Yeah, but Michael didn't join us because the club didn't offer to buy him.
Yeah, exactly.
Να κάνουμε το ίδιο η Ομονία πάλι όμως.
It's the foolishness. He was available to buy.
They kept their hands with Akindola.
They kept their hands in their pockets, right? And then Michael went to another club. And here we are saying that we need another centre-back because Hubo's gone. Juste's going to go, probably, more than likely.
He's going to go.
You know? Whereas Gitso is 19 years old. All right, you might go back to Olympiacos. They'll look at him, they say, all right, you're not ready. Or you've got a year left on your contract. Let's sell you to like Larissa or Offi or someone like that. Or even Aris, not Limassol, Aris out there. Because they've got a good little relationship. But then again, I mean, it just depends on... I think it also depends on who his agent is. You know, if his agent is very well linked with various other clubs, I think he's with World in Motion, if I'm not mistaken. That's what transfer market is showing right now.
Still, one question: if you were Omonoia, would you sell Bruno to Buffon?
No.
Fuck no.
No.
Fuck no.
You wouldn't sell to someone that in your league that can make them stronger. Look at players that have left us to go to other clubs over the years. You know,
especially to your former manager as well.
Your
former manager is trying to buy your best player.
Have they actually signed him, or is it a Guvenda?
Is that guy?
That can't be.
Because I know a friend of Makeda's, and he told me that it's probably not going to happen.
They signed Ben. They signed Ben.
I don't know.
That Ben guy. Ben, whatever his name is. Yeah.
I didn't hear anything, so I don't know.
Maybe
he's a very good player. If they do.
Makeda.
Well, yeah,
it's a guy from Panathinaikos, isn't it?
Yeah, he played with Villafañez there, didn't he?
Yeah, they have a connection with Panathinaikos, to be fair. They have that connection.
Yeah, because, well, now they do. Now they
Now.
do.
Now, yeah.
Well, they fell out with Olympiacos, didn't they? So yeah. But anyway, look, it is what it is. We can't really focus on them in all fairness. And
Okay.
anyway,
Yeah.
I think he's a decent player who'll do well in this league if he joins them, especially with the chances that they create. So anyway, let's see. Maybe
have Karim.
he's quit smoking as well. I don't know.
We have Karim. I don't care. He's better than him.
Tranquilo, man.
He's better
Tranquilo.
than him. Come on, bro. No
Tranquilo.
man.
Relax. Relax.
Come on, man. He's a flop. He's a wonder kid flop.
Relax.
Good.
Relax.
He was supposed
Come
to be
on,
the
man.
next big thing at Man United. Look at him in Cyprus.
Yeah, but come on, man. I
Για
don't.
ποιον μιλάτε, ρε?
Yo, Makeda.
Α,
I
αστείο
think
είναι.
you're just looking for fucking trouble. That's what you are. You're looking for trouble. Fucking hell.
Oh well.
Right, boys. Is there anything else we want to discuss? We're doing this for like almost an hour.
I hope we continue like this. I hope our team perform better. And if we do, we can go higher. I don't know about the league. 10 points is not too much for me. It's not too much for me, 10 points. Just I hope we continue like that. And I think we will go better. We'll go Nabamengala. I want to believe.
Why not? Why not?
No,
Stefano, come on, man. I know you were talking about finishing second and winning the cup. Are you?
Okay, let's hope Karma doesn't bite me. Let's hope doesn't slap me in the face. And I hope we can finish third, second, around those places there, at least.
we have
Winning
Tell you
trophy.
what, if we don't have a good season, yeah, your 22-23 would have been fucking dead. Liverpool are fucking shit. Like they're letting you down. Oh, sorry, bro.
Yeah.
That's a go at him.
Yeah, carry on. Yeah, listen. Even if we don't get Europe, I mean, look, everything will go tits up at the end of the season. Then okay. Πάλι ας πούμε δεν να φταίουμε τα ίδια πράγματα όπως φταίμε πέρσι. That's my main thing.
Τούτο που με νευριάζει εμένα παραπάνω, είπαμε το και άλλη φορά, Στέλ, that last year we won the cup. They said that we know our mistakes, we know what we did wrong, and we won't do it again. And this year we have the same again. This pisses me off. Because you said you know your mistakes, you know what you did wrong, and you did it again this year. What the fuck do you know then?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, listen, even if we don't achieve our targets, to be fair, what was the club's targets? When Simons came up, they asked him, what is your target? Didn't he say get Europe?
And guys, I'm sorry. Good night from me.
No problem.
Sorry. And see you next time.
Yeah,
100%.
100%. That's a guy, man.
So he came out and said, Europe is our target. And the bigger thing is, I think he said like, να μπούμε στους ομίλους του Champions League or something like that. We're far off that.
Well, now we are. We weren't.
Yeah.
Before.
Και για μένα πρέπει να χτίσεις σούπερ ομάδα, θέλει να κάνει όνειρα για μένα. Πρέπει να και ο πρωτάθλημα πρώτα. Εν και για τα άλλα λύσεις, πρέπει να και ο Champions League. Just απλά για τα άλλα λύσεις, θέλω να μπω Champions League. Πρέπει να το κάνεις.
Look,
anyway,
let's get it right. Yeah, let's get it right. And I'm probably going to regret saying this, or it's probably going to come back to bite me. But when I look at our boy squad at the moment, if they win the league, can you see that group of players getting into the Champions League? Because I'm not trying to be funny. Yeah, I'm not trying to be funny. but the standard of football has improved so
Δυνάμωσε.
much.
Δυνάμωσε πολλά.
It's improved so much, right? And what I will say though about them, right? They've got a head coach there that can get the best out of an average group of players. I'm not saying they're average, so don't clip me or anything. I'm just saying that he's that good of a head coach that he's like Harry Redknapp, you know? Doesn't need to be a great tactician, but the motivation and the belief that he installs into these players, you get the best out of them. So, okay, if they do win the league, then they're going to get the money to bring in players, but they're going to need to bring in the right players. And I don't know. I just think I'm a bit concerned for the state of Cyprus.
Χρωστούν πολλά λεφτά. Την άλλη χρωστούν πολλά λεφτά. Από την άλλη βρίσκουν κάπου από εκεί που πιάνουν παίχτες. Δεν ξέρουμε την κατάσταση τους. Έτσι δεν ξέρουμε αν θα μείνει για πάντα και όσο προπονητής. Ας του χρόνου ας πούμε και όσο προπονητής.
Yeah, bro, I get that. But the thing is, yeah, when you look at Buffo and Aris, they've got the financial clout to kick on, right? And
but they got no fans.
I mean, I know you got no fans, but what does it matter? Like, it doesn't matter.
It does.
It really doesn't.
It does.
Bro, it doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. It really doesn't.
In here it does.
It doesn't.
Maybe okay.
Here, but well, you know, they can bring in these players. They can, you know, and you know, if
η φανέλα μετράει παραπάνω από την ανήκει.
Right? If it's true that there's a Saudi consortium looking to buy IL,
I heard that, yeah.
Right, then that's going to be fucking problems, bruv.
Yeah, that's curtains for everyone.
Yeah,
that's curtains for everyone in the league.
Well, there you go. There you go. So, look, it's ifs, buts, and maybes at the moment. Okay, it's ifs, buts, and maybes, and whatever. You don't know what's around the corner, but I just think at the present, we're in a good place, and we haven't been able to say this. We haven't been able to say this for a long time. Haven't been able to say this for a long time. So we can kick on and move up the table. So yeah, what the fuck is going on? My phone's going crazy. What's happened now? Who's messaging me? Anyway, one more thing before we wrap it up. Yeah, I'm going to be really controversial now, and I want the people watching live to say innocent or guilty. Andrew Tate, what do you think?
I've heard the audio that he did.
Okay, just to let you know, that audio was from 2019, and that was for a different case. That was thrown out.
That's evidence. That's evidence.
Not for
he did a lot of fuckery. Let's be honest. He did a lot of fuckery.
Not for this case.
Human trafficking and all that kind of stuff.
Bro, that evidence ain't for this case. That's for an old case that was thrown out. There's not evidence for now. Innocent?
I don't know, bro.
He's been done in?
I don't know. He done a lot of shit, to be fair. You could throw anything at him, to be fair. But he has strong lawyers as well. So I don't know what's going to happen to him. So I don't know if he's guilty or innocent, to be fair. He is someone that you could look at him and say, yeah, you're guilty. So I would say, yeah.
Look, I'm going to say this at the risk of being cancelled. I've got an old college friend who I've known for about 20 years, and he's really good mates with Andrew Tate. And the vibe I get is there's a lot of bullshit going on, a lot of politics involved. And I think there's something to do with a Romanian election next year. So yeah, anyway, I'm not going to get into it because that wouldn't be right.
No, there's not.
There's a lot of content on YouTube with my friend who's appeared on various podcasts to talk about it, and you can watch it. I'm not here to plug anything, so I'm not even going to mention it or even going to mention his name. But yeah, I think yeah, I mean, Saviccio says a lot of things are being said and you can't know what's true, but it's another one of those where I'm just going to say it. Every so often, something happens in the world that the media really get on top of. We had COVID, we had Black Lives Matter, we had various things. We had war in Ukraine. We've now got Andrew Tate. There's always a new story that people focus on. Remember Kanye West when he said all of that shit and people were gunning him for weeks? Also, it's disappeared. You don't hear anything anymore.
Yeah.
So it just seems to me that in present day, modern day, there's a lot of blatant propaganda for various agendas. And it's almost as if the media or whoever is trying to kind of divert our attention from various things. And, you know, obviously this whole... Look, I don't know how big Andrew Tate is in Cyprus. I don't even know if many people know about him.
No, everyone knows him. Everyone
knows him, yeah? So, look, I think maybe this is a subject I shouldn't have brought up. I'm just interested to know what people are thinking and what they're saying, because here in the UK,
I don't know, bro.
90% of people think he's this, he's that, without even knowing the facts, you know, without delving into this even more. And again, it's almost as if now the innocent until proven guilty rhetoric, it's switched now. It's guilty until proven innocent. You know, again, I've never met the guy. I've never had a conversation with him. I don't know him personally. I know someone that knows him, but I'm not going to be biased and say, oh, because no, I try and see things from a balanced perspective, as I do with most things, in all fairness. But I'm just, I find it strange how the timing of it, you know, how everything just seems to be, I don't know. Anyway.
To be honest, he said it that he was going to get arrested. He said it. I saw it on a short video one day.
And the viewing numbers have gone since I mentioned Andrew Tate, by the way. People are logging up.
Look at that. Oh, look at that. Yeah, he said that I'm going to get arrested one day. And I might get killed or something like that. That's what he said. So I don't know what's going to happen.
I'm hoping to get my mate on this podcast, not to talk about Tate, in all fairness, because my mate has done very, very well in his career. He went to Dubai, when was it, 2008, sorry? 2008, and he's built the best gym in Dubai. He's got a whole heap of boxers and MMA fighters going out there to train at his gym. He's doing very, very, very well for himself. So it'd be interesting to talk to him about his journey and perhaps give you guys, especially the younger generation, some food for thought, knowing that while he did come from London, he came from a small part called Canvey Island, and he went to Dubai and he chased a dream and he got there, and he's doing very, very well for himself. And I think there's this misconception about Cyprus. And a lot of people, especially youngsters I've spoken to, they feel that they're cocooned in Cyprus and they can't go to a different level if they stay in Cyprus.
You can't.
You can.
100%.
You can.
Yep.
You can. Let me tell you something. You can come to England and people keep saying to me, oh, Anglia, it's beautiful, this and that. But yeah, you can go to Trafalgar Square and you can go to... When you go to the ends and you can't walk down the street without someone threatening you with a knife, it's a different story. Yeah? So let's not get into this idea that the UK is the be-all and end-all of everything, right? It isn't.
It is not.
And I tell you this, Cyprus is on the rise. Mark my words, it's on the rise. Just watch his space.
Is it?
Anyway.
It is?
It is.
Oh,
it is. Oh, it is. Anyway, I'll leave you guys to it. Have a good night. Thank you, Stefano, for tuning in.
Thank you, bro.
Tuning in, jumping on. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people were watching live at one point, but we went down from we've gone down to 17. So thank you all 17 people for staying on. And like, subscribe, tell your nonna we've got the Fuck ANTROPI t-shirts. And we're working on a new design, which might piss off more people. Stay tuned. Fuck ANTROPI. Let's go. Πάμε